Welcome to Optimal Frequency. I'm Grant. Let me pull my microphone close so you can hear me. I'm still working my way through some mysterious cases, disappearances, murders, that sort of thing. So I've done a few little experiments just to break it up in between. But today, by popular demand, I'm going to look into the case of the little missing girl, Summer Moon Wells. Okay, let me interrupt myself right there. I don't want to make this too long and try and explain. I was not happy with the session. I spent 2 days working on this already. I got answers, yes. They were not as clear as usual because of what I did with the sugar bowl. You'll see in a minute what I did with that. That's not really the problem. The problem is I'm not getting the answers that I think we deserve. I don't know if deserve is the right word, but if I'm going to do this and the spirits are going to take the time to talk to us and tell us, you better start giving us some valid information here. So I'm going back to the sink. I'm going to put on some kind of orange shirt or something so that you can see. I have to redo this whole thing. Another 2 days work. I'm going to keep the original. It was 14 minutes long. There are some valid, interesting answers in there. I'm going to do this dang thing right from the beginning again. I asked the same questions. The questions that got generated in my mind from the first time from things that they said, I'm going to ask those. And I'm going to drive forward and make this into, it's going to be 2 parts for sure. But hopefully, and I'm going to set it up differently, so hopefully the answers are clear. Hopefully they're intelligent responses, which they usually are. And hopefully they actually tell us some information this time. Who kidnapped that girl? Who hurt that girl? Was it her parents? Because I still don't know after doing the first session. It's like they're avoiding the questions or they're talking amongst themselves. We'll see. I'm going to give it the old college try here. So if this doesn't work out at the end and we're still no further ahead, you can't say that Grant didn't try. Summer Moon Wells, stay tuned. Good morning, day 2. I've got my questions here for the Summer Wells case that we're looking into, the little girl that went missing. I have set in the sink here, yes, same pile of dishes since my wife's been gone. Okay, let me tell you about what the single man does. The single man will live off of one set of dishes. He'll continually use those dishes. He'll clean them, but he'll eat off the same plate all week. He'll also go to the dryer and take out clean clothes so he doesn't have to hang them up. Okay? So don't judge. She comes home today. I'll put the dishes away later. In the sink, I put the sugar bowl inside the fountain. Whether this is going to work or not, I don't know. We'll find out. Just another mini experiment. And I'm going to go again with the Tibetan singing bowl on this side. It worked well the other day. So I've done my prayer. Let's get right into this. We'll see how this sounds. I may take out the sugar bowl if I don't like the sound of it. Okay, so that's what it looks like, just dripping into the sugar bowl. Is that going to work, spirits? Got splashed. Good morning, spirits. You received my prayer, and which case we're looking into today? Can you say her name, please, the little girl? Okay, I hope you guys got your headset on. Hope you paid attention to that, because when you think about this, I know a lot of you are with me. You like, yep, I hear it. I know what this guy's doing, and I get it, and I hear the responses. But a lot of you don't. Pay attention to what they just said. It's not like, and I left them a good 10, 12 seconds to answer that, to say her name. And I was expecting to have to go through it, listen very carefully, and have to hear Summer in there, right? So then some people are going to say, well, he's just going through picking out what sounds like Summer. The guy says specifically, say her name. He's talking. It's a guy's voice. Say her name, go. And then a woman says, Summer. The search continues for a missing 5-year-old girl who vanished on June 15th from Rogersville in Hawkins County, Tennessee. Authorities are desperately searching for Summer Moon Utah Wells with a massive ground search underway on Tuesday, November 30th, 2021. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation announced they would be searching overgrown areas that were previously difficult to access due to high grass and heavy foliage. Teams will navigate the Beach Creek area of Hawkins County. According to police, Wells was last seen on June 15th outside her home in the Beach Creek community. The 5-year-old was reportedly wearing gray pants and a pink shirt with no shoes. Okay, I'm going to get into these questions here. Was Summer outside helping her mother and grandmother plant flowers? She supposedly went inside to play with her toys. Is this true? What happened next? Was there someone waiting in that house for her? Did she leave that house on her own, or was she kidnapped? Okay, so this is hard for me to decipher, of course, because I'm going through it piecemeal, and depending on the questions I asked, right, like I thought, I'm going off the story they told that she was outside helping mom and grandma. She goes in the basement to play with her toys, and then she was either taken out of the house or she went out of the house on her own and she disappeared. Doesn't really seem like that's what the spirits are saying, but it's really hard to decipher. What I'm getting from what we've just asked in these last few questions is that she did go in the basement. Somebody followed her down there, that there is some blood possibly there, and that I'm guessing they're saying at that point she's still in the house. I don't think they're saying she's still in the house today because, I'm guessing. I don't know. I wasn't there with the police, but I'm guessing they searched that house. I'm hoping really well at this point. They've gone through at least 2 major search parties, so I'm hoping they've cleared that house as extensively as they can. I'm sure they went through that house with checking for blood and everything else too. I don't know for sure, but let's keep pressing on. I don't know what the rest of these questions are going to show. I do ask some more pointed questions, like, more direct questions, so we'll keep pressing forward here. So Robin is at home and resting. I think the pup's finally understanding that she's not feeling great. She has to sleep in the chair at night, so that can't be too comfortable. Here we go. This is Summer Wells, take 2. I'm going to give you spirits literally like 5 seconds for each question. I want direct, clear answers if you can. I would appreciate that. Okay, so yesterday you said that it was not the truth that she was outside planting flowers with her mother and grandmother. What was she doing? Said the child went back in around 6:30 p.m. to the basement. Is that true? What were you trying to tell me about the woodshed? Who was hiding in that woodshed? The blood that you mentioned, was that in the basement? Did the father have anything to do with hurting this little girl or her disappearance? Okay, so I'm going to end it there, but on that last question, the question was, did he have anything to do with hurting that child and or her disappearance? So, yes, they're saying he beat his child, but I'm not going to necessarily say that that means he had something to do with her actual disappearance. Because, I mean, I probably could have asked the question better, right? This is a problem with this. I need to ask short, direct questions, give them 5 seconds, and do it again. Anyways, I'm deep into editing. I mean, I'm 2 parts, 3 or 4 days into this thing. So part 2 will be tomorrow. I still have no idea. I can't make heads or tails of this because I haven't started. I'm really not that deep into the second session. But as you can see, I'm just going to layer part 2 onto part 1. So we get what we get. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Jump in tomorrow for part 2.